Unbelievable. You know, I really don't understand why you people consistently appease religion with this, because most of my friends out there that I'm talking to are pretty much atheists and could give a shit less about somebody's freaking religion. And I don't know, some of you, I guess, for some reason, do respect others' beliefs. Why, I don't know. When you know for a fact that those beliefs are a delusional code and they don't belong in anybody's brain. God, it's like a schizophrenic. You know, you see them running down the street, screaming at the top of their lungs about either they're gonna. You never know what they're saying. Actually, they never really make any sense. But one of their big themes is the fact that the world's gonna come to an end, or they're the savior, or they're Jesus, or they talk to God and Jesus told them to do this. You know, I mean, it can get really insidious, and that's only because it's been ingrained and indoctrinated in the human psyche so uh, stringently. I mean, it's been wrote. Even when I was a little kid, I actually went to Catholic school for the first 4 years, and when they told us in catechism class about you know Jesus giving water to wine because the host was bitching about not having any wine, I thought to myself, wait a minute, isn't this supposed to be like the Son of God, thereby God? Wouldn't this person know about alcohol? That alcohol's a poison. It's not good for you. And my dad's he drinks wine. He's alcoholic. You really don't want to be around him. Uh, I guess that question was a little too profound for them. So yeah, well, I don't know what to do. I ended up in public schools here about a month later. Yeah, scared them. So I'll say that, like everybody else, I was born an atheist because rituals are always a top thing. You know, that's what religion is. It's a ritual that reveres a deity or a supernatural figure. So you want to have your religion. You want freedom to practice your religion, freedom to believe what you want. Nobody I care. I don't care what you believe. Okay, I can care less. And if you want to go to some little place and practice it, that's fine and dandy. But when your organization begs from the poorest people on earth, little old ladies on pensions, and they give up almost all their money to you, like your televangelists and such, and you do nothing for them, and what do you turn around and do with it? Build a $10 million, $20 million basilica, or glass church, or whatever you do with it. What the Oral Roberts thing? If I don't get $10 million, the Lord's going to take me home. Go home. I mean, if heaven is such a wonderful thing, go. We're not. We don't. There's nobody here stopping you. We don't care. Jerry Falwell went. Now guess where he is? In the ground. Yeah. Got ate up by worms. Isn't that weird? Mm. I must say, excuse me, but I really had to do that. Taking one's medicine can be very thirsty. So, my point is, I guess the whole point is, religion, cults, have so insidiously ingrained themselves into our society, our government, and every aspect of our lives that it looks almost like they would love to have a theocracy. You can see it in their eyes that they just have this thing about having a superhero or something. I mean, if you're too stupid to understand science, evolution and such. If you can't understand it, it doesn't necessarily mean that by default God did it. Okay? Just because you don't understand science, it doesn't mean that God did it. That's just, your cop out. That's your easy way out. It's very simple. You can say that because your God is the magician of all magicians. I mean, he supposedly created all the magicians, right? But then you're going to say, as a Christian, but we don't believe in magic. Well, yes, you do. You don't call it that, but that's what you believe in. For instance, let me give you a little clue. If you have a guy, an entity, who has the ability to actually create life, planets, suns, evolution, the bioweb, the whole deal, set it into place. That's magic. Especially if you did it in 7 days. Even relative days, let's say. How's that? Each day's worth a month. How's that? I'll give it to you. 30-fold. No problem. Still, it's fallacy. Because it's magic. And we truly don't believe in magic. I mean, that's all part of the superstitious whole genre. In fact, uh, I think The Amazing Randy still has that $1 million check ready for whoever can prove God to him, or Jesus, or healers, or the charlatan magicians, prestidigitators. Yeah, he still has a check written out to cash for $1 million, and it's in escrow. So I think it's gathering interest even. I wonder. I'll have to ask him about that. Randy, is that check gathering interest? Because that'd be nice. 2.5% a year. It's been 20 years. I know. That's 40%. That's another $400,000. And still, nobody's come forward and claimed it, have they, Randy? Well, of course they haven't. We all know damn good and well they won't. In fact, the one person you would think who could collect it, who would have any possibility of thinking how the face he puts on, that he believes he's the Pope. No, it wasn't really a slip of the tongue. It was just me ridiculing the Pope. And his little city too, and his little dog too. I mean, come on, the guy collects millions of dollars. I saw a 60 Minutes thing where they were bitching about Benny Hinn, and all the money he made his fraudulent way. And I asked him, what about the Pope? He collects billions and billions of dollars, lives in a $1 billion mansion, has his own little country even, wears $1 million robes and jewelry, and you don't say anything about him and his fraud. He seems to think he's a healer, or his places are anyway, lords and all this other crap. Come on, let's see you do a story on fraud about him. I dare you. They won't. They kowtow to this guy like he's really got some kind of pull. He has nothing. So that's it. And then, of course, we know the whole country's they've been trying to pasteurize this place. You got pastors in the military, you got pastors at Congress, you got pastors in Senate, you got pastors at agriculture for some stupid ass reason. At the beginning of a joint session of Congress, they always say some idiotic prayer. They try to give a prayer day. They put in God we trust in place of e pluribus unum on the money. I don't trust their God. He's a mass murderer, a serial killer, one of the most heinous entities ever devised by mankind. For crying out loud, you want to revere this thing? Jeez, You might as well revere Jason, for crying out loud. God, idiots. Check it out. Texas wants to teach that dinosaurs lived with humans. Just like that creation museum. Too damn funny. The reason that dinosaurs have bones all over is because Noah told God, well, the dinosaurs are too big. Oh, that's all right. We'll drown them and spread the bones out. Gives everybody something to do later on. I mean, they come up with the corniest reasons why their Bible's supposed to work, and it's nothing but comedy act after comedy act, Saturday night skit after Saturday night skit. It just cracks me up. And their 10 Commandments, listen to this one. The first 5 are about their entity bragging about how great he is, and that you better not believe another one or I'll kill you. You know? Don't build any idols. Oh, I'll get you. Come on. And then a couple of things he says, thou shalt not steal, covet thy neighbor's wife, whatever. That's common sense. And actually, I guess he came down with over 100 commandments, but he chose 10. I guess he wanted to make sure the people knew that this was their God and their Lord. It's pure idiocy. Hope I made my point. That we need to do something. Me, I'm a radical atheist. I will fight to the end. I will not allow my grandson or anybody else to be indoctrinated into a cult. It's not going to happen. And they're all cults. Christianity is one of the worst kind, because they actually put a face of kindness on their religion at the whole time, threatening to burn you forever. Go figure. Loving God. If your daughter isn't a virgin when she gets married, yeah, God says, stone her to death. Sick stuff, man. And your son, when he's born, yeah, according to the Jews, the ones that sat around the table and said, I know what we can do. Make a covenant with our God. Cut off a piece of our baby's penis. That ought to do it. What the fuck? And nobody jumped up and said, stop. You're killing us. Quit it. Don't tell them that. You gotta be just kidding. Everyone. Sounds funny, but it's true. That's how goofy religion is, especially the Judeo-Christian. Oh my God. What a bunch of nuts. Okay, see you later. Good night. Had a great one. This is a good one. A really good one. It's like what, Wednesday night or Thursday night, something like that. 5:26. Tuesday. What? It's not Tuesday. It's like Tuesday. The 26th, is it? I thought it was actually Wednesday or Thursday, but no, Tuesday. Good night. I'm Justin Earthling. You know that. Signing off from Portland, Oregon.